Hey, it's been a while. I'm back in the car. I had to just take a rest from YouTube, just for my own sake, because things are getting busier and busier by the day. And I had a beautiful weekend in Paris for my sister's birthday, so that was fun. I don't know if my microphone is gonna pick everything up that I'm about to say, but if it does, that's good. If it doesn't, yeah, well, we'll just have to deal with it. So, today we are talking about trying to change your life overnight and why that's a horrible idea. Everyone has that same feeling, right? At the beginning of the year, putting in their resolutions of that year, what you're going to change in that year. And most of the people go in their resolutions with the expectation that they will change everything from day one, right? Just not taking into account that once you do a resolution for a year, you're supposed to work on that resolution for a whole year and maybe not even see any results, right? I love the principle of 1% every day, because if you do 1% better every day, at the end of 365 days, you'll perform 37 times better than what you start with at the beginning of the year. Now let that sink in. Is there something in your life that you'd gladly be 37 times better than at the end of the year than what you're capable of now? What springs into my mind immediately, I'd like to be 37 times better at YouTube, 37 times better at work in general, and 37 times better at relaxing. Because that's one of my biggest flaws, is that I don't know when to relax or when to schedule in relaxation time. I know how to procrastinate. Procrastination comes with stress because you know you're procrastinating while you should be doing something useful, while actual relaxation time is supposed to be fun, good for your brain. But back to the topic at hand, trying to change your life overnight and why it's a terrible idea. What the biggest pitfall is for people is thinking that, right, the night before their big change is supposed to happen, thinking that they can just write down what they want to change, and that by the next day their mindset will have completely shifted and they can just start anew, like a completely new person, like a completely newer and better version of that person. Which is the problem, because changing has a requirement of changing your mindset first. And this is going to sound really psychological, and most of my points, what I'm about to say, are from the book Atomic Habits, from James, whatever his surname is. And the principle is, if you want to change a habit or behavior, rather, if you want to change a behavior, you should start with a small habit, keep that form, and add a new habit once you've fully committed to one habit. Okay? For instance, if you want to be able to bench, like, let's say 100 kg or 200 pounds, right? And you're right at half that, you're right at 50 kg or 100 pounds. You should be starting with a habit of just going to the gym. Having the habit of waking up, deciding when you're going to the gym, sticking to that schedule, and actually going to the gym. And once you're in the gym, you just do whatever, because actually getting to the point of benching that 200 pounds will also need you to commit to your own schedule of raising, adding adding and raising the amount of weight. Now, first off, right, back at the example of trying to bench 200 pounds. First off, the habit of going to the gym. Then it's the habit of always doing the same exercises and scheduling them out throughout the week. Okay? So for instance, once you've figured out that you can go to the gym consistently, now you can try adding some form of weight every 2 weeks consistently. And if you just keep doing that first base habit of going to the gym whenever you schedule to go to the gym, and then throwing weights around and just keep trying and keep going at it, that will eventually get you to the point of being 37% better at the end of the year. The same goes for, let's say, for instance, finances or work in general. Keep showing up to work. Try to improve your work 1% every time. Then once you feel confident, right, the habit is already going to work every day. Once you feel confident that you've improved your skills, you can ask for a raise or find another job. And admittedly, that's what I've been doing wrong a long time. I've been job hopping a lot. I've done countless different types of jobs, different types of categories. But I did eventually hop or fall onto a great job right now that I do 3 times a week part-time, and it's really my goal to just continue with this job until I feel confident that my skills have surpassed the requirements of this job, and try to find a better position in the company or with another company. And that's the gist of it. You cannot expect, okay, all things included, and as a little roundup, you cannot expect to change your life just overnight. Make a plan, form habits first, and with habits will come the results. It's not about, well, it's partly about the goals, but actually achieving those goals is 99% forming good habits. Now we'll talk about getting rid of your bad habits in another video, which is also one of the most difficult things to do as a 20-odd year old, or maybe as a teenager. Well, even as a older person, it's harder to do. But yes, we'll talk about that in another video. I'm very happy to be back at YouTube, just going at it, just throwing my ideas out there into the ether. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.